Hey guys, this is Faith in Football. I'm David Burns and this is Jacob Perry. We're going to start off the way we always do with prayer for the injured players and the health going on from now. So join us. Dear Lord, I thank you so much, God, just for who you are. We thank you for the game of football, Lord. We lift up all those who were injured this week, God. Specifically season-ending injuries like Malik Jackson, Abram from the Raiders. God, we lift up players like Nick Foles who got hurt, God. We just lift up all these guys, Lord. And we also pray for the health of the rest of the players in the league just as the season goes on, Lord, that you can be with them for no serious critical injuries. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Awesome. So we're going to start off with a review. First off, on our prediction score last week, Jacob beat me with the record of 11-4.
Yep.
And I was 10-5. We are not predicting the Thursday night games, even though we're actually recording this before Thursday, but we'll still drop on Saturday. So there we go. So we're going to start with the reviews of last week. We're each going to do 2 games. Jacob, go ahead. What can you tell us about San Francisco versus Tampa Bay?
Well, I honestly thought this was going to be a lot closer game, in my opinion, with I knew San Francisco was going to come out and throw the ball. I knew they were going to run the ball. I thought Jameis Winston was going to play a lot better, but that offensive line is just not very good, man. And that 49ers defensive line, not to be biased or anything, but they played very good. Okay. That and our defense played good. We shut down Mike Evans, man. I don't think he played very well, did he? I don't believe so. From his stats. Yeah, we were on the ball, man. We did get some injuries. Tevin Coleman got hurt. A little surprised, though. Dante Pettis only played 2 snaps. That was a little surprising. Deebo Samuel was in there. He played quite a bit. Marquise Goodwin played. We ran the ball well. Line blocked well. Jimmy G got that ball out of his hands. Yeah, with that one, that's all I got for that one.
What about Denver and Oakland?
I honestly thought it was going to be a closer game. I thought Denver was going to come out, and I knew they were going to run the ball. I wish they would have. Well, they had to throw because they were down, but they did not look good. They didn't look crisp. They played like they were the Browns from 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Or Browns from week 1, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, man. I don't like the Oakland Raiders, but they came out and they played football. Carr threw that ball, got rid of it. Terrell Williams went off.
Yeah.
Him and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Josh Jacobs is the first rookie since LaDainian Tomlinson to rush or to go over 200 all-purpose yards, I believe, with 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Something like that. He played well. I can see
over
why.
200 yards.
I can see why he went first running back overall. He played very well. Joe Flacco did not look comfortable there, man. Only one I can think of who played well on that offense is Noah Fant. Caught a few balls, but he also missed one. But if I could pick anybody, he played well. It's weird because when they played, Emmanuel Sanders didn't get that ball early on like they should have. They should have threw him that ball early on. Towards the end of the game, he started getting the ball. He started throwing to him.
You know, I got to say something. You're absolutely right. But he started getting the ball after Garyon Conley got hurt. I wonder if that was
that could be
he just wasn't open like Conley was having a very underrated game covering him.
Could be. I didn't think about that. But they started to turn around. But, man, Raiders looked good, man. Yeah. I don't like to say that, but they looked good.
Their off-season... All of their off-season moves were playing well.
Yeah.
All of them, including Antonio Brown, because now he has files against him. So,
and Jonathan Abram, man, though he's out for the year, that's a huge loss for them. But I think next man up can step in and play perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But man,
Carl Joseph, right?
Carl Joseph and I forgot who the other one.
LaMarcus Joyner's already starting.
So
he's
Carl
great.
Joseph steps in.
Great.
Oh my gosh, dude, that guy flew to the football. He reminded me like it's Ed Reed out there playing sideline to sideline. Mm-hmm. So that's a tough loss for them. That would definitely hurt them.
Yeah. Farrell got a sack.
Jacobs.
Yeah, they did well. We like them. Well, we don't, but we
I don't
like what we
I don't
saw.
like the Raiders. I just like how they played. They also played Denver. That's not saying much, but
That's true.
we'll
A
find
lot of
out.
people were like, Denver's going to win by 100, and it's like,
Well,
Denver's had a top 10 pick the last 2 years.
We'll find out how the Raiders are this weekend.
Anyway, so for my review, Philadelphia versus Washington, we started off real slow. We were down 17-0. We went into the half 20-7. We came back and won, though, which was super exciting. Deshaun Jackson played really well. He was super exciting. I had a lot of fun watching the game, but it bothered me. We weren't getting to the quarterback. We rushed the quarterback a lot, but we didn't finish the play on the quarterback, and there were a lot of plays on broken coverages and things like that against our defense. So, we started slow. The second half, both sides did better. So I'm hoping we start faster this week. But as far as how the game was, the Redskins, their defense played well. They played well the first half especially. De'Aaron Payne's incredible. Offensively, Terry McLaurin. Oh man, Ohio State Buckeye. The guy I said I wouldn't talk about because I didn't think he'd get to play. He went off. He had over 100 yards receiving, so good for him.
He's also been a pickup a lot this week. I've been seeing in
I'm
fantasy football.
sure.
A lot of people have been picking him up.
Eagles, their defense, their D-line played solid, but not great. And their cornerbacks, the second half, we replaced Rasul Douglas with Sidney Jones, and we started playing much better. So there might be a correlation with that, even though I love Rasul Douglas. And then on offense, Carson Wentz went off. He went ham. Jordan Howard, look for him to get more touches because he had a very good game too, but only had 6 carries. So that's lame. The game I have, though, on the other side is Houston and New Orleans. And, I would almost give Houston the win of that game. Not on the record, obviously. But they went into New Orleans, played a team that a lot of people think could be going to the Super Bowl, and lost by 2 points on a last-second field goal after they went and scored a touchdown with 50 seconds and no timeouts. And that, what a way to end it. Deshaun Watson showed some ice in his veins. Just Drew Brees, we know, has ice in his veins. But the play calling for the Texans in the first half was picture perfect. They ran the ball a lot. They methodically took the ball down and scored. They were scoring on their possessions and killing time, keeping that Saints offense off the field, which was really good. Second half, the ball just didn't bounce their way every time. There was an interception, just happened. But that was a really good game. New Orleans, their defense played better in the second half. Their offense played well. Alvin Kamara showed up. Drew Brees showed up. Michael Thomas showed up. Taysom Hill showed up. Man, his catch was great, right? And the Texans, their defense impressed me, especially the first half. And their offense is all that I thought it would be. So, a really good week for them. So, now we're going to do some analysis on what we think could happen in 2 games each this week. Do you want to start off with San Francisco at Cincinnati?
San Francisco at Cincinnati. I think it's going to be a lot like we did last week. A lot of run, and then a play action here and there. Let's see. Offensively for us, we don't have Coleman this week. So we've got to rely on Britta and Raheem. I always get his last name. Monster or something like that. Got to rely on them this week in the running game. I think if they get with it, they'll be okay. George Kittle's always a huge factor. I'm interested to see how many snaps Pettis is going to play this week. kind of concerning when he only plays 2 snaps last week. I don't know if he's nursing an injury or something, or he just wasn't ready.
Could he be a trade?
Maybe
we might see.
Could be. If but I don't know. It could be. I could see that happening. Defensively, look for Bosa to have another good game, man. I think Bosa's gonna have another good game, and our linebackers played well. You know, Quan Alexander got ejected last week, and we had our backup come in. His name's Mark. I don't know his last name. He came in and he's played phenomenal. So I think our biggest factors is going to be how well our DBs play this week against Tyler Boyd and John Ross. Even with AJ Green being out, gotta watch out for Tyler Boyd, man.
Who?
John Ross, man.
John who?
John Ross.
Did he finally show up?
Well, I think he's going to.
He showed up.
Who else? Joe Mixon's hurt a little bit, so look for Giovanni Bernard to get the ball a little bit more. I think Giovanni Bernard scores a touchdown now. I'm calling that. I think he does that. I think Bosa gets another sack. I'm calling that one too. And then my other game I have is the Saints at Rams. This is a huge one from last year with that pass interference call, which I think the Saints should have got on that one. Not because I don't like the Rams, because I don't, but I think the Saints this is gonna be a close game, I believe. I think just seeing how Todd Gurley works with that knee, that'll really benefit on how they play. Though they do have decent backups and Goff can throw the ball where he wants, I think for them to win, Todd Gurley has to get going on that. They got to be able to run the ball with him, and if they can't, I don't know. That Saints defense has gotten a lot better. You know, Cameron Jordan's there, and dude, I like my boy Kiko Alonso. I like him. I don't know why, I just do. I think the Saints win this one. I think Breeze lights up that secondary. And I think he throws a few touchdowns.
All right. For my analysis is the first game is Philadelphia in Atlanta. And I'll tell you, my first thought is if we start off slow like we do against the Redskins, Matt Ryan's not Case Keenum. No offense, Case Keenum. But, so what I'm really interested to see, though, is how Carson Wentz plays against the Falcons' defense. I love Keanu Neal, so I'm looking for him to kind of be the opposing force in that matchup. But I do like the Eagles' pass game. I actually like the Eagles' offense against the Atlanta defense pretty well. And even though I love the Eagles' offense or defense, I like Atlanta's offense against our defense. You look at Julio Jones, who's going to cover him. In the past, when we played well, Jalen Mills, who I don't think is a stellar corner, but he does good in the red zone against Julio Jones. So that's who that matchup, I think it's going to be a good game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 30-something to 30-something to end the game either. The second game I have is Indianapolis at Tennessee. And I picked this game for a reason. Last week, Indianapolis was my upset win, and they lost in overtime. They did well, and I expect them to keep showing up at every game, but there's another team in this equation, and it's a team that I think is going to be the breakout team of this season, and that's the Tennessee Titans. They destroyed the Browns last week. My record would be a better record this week if I would have went with the Titans like I explained I should have went with the Titans through my whole description, and then went with the Browns, and they dominated. They dominated the Browns. Their defense is good. Their offense I really like. It's a boring offense, I understand that, but I really like it. But I'm interested to see Tennessee's offense, Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, who went off, Marcus Mariota, against the Indianapolis defense. Darius Leonard, Malik Hooker, Rock Ya-Sin, a lot of young guys. Let's see what goes on there. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch, even though I don't know if it's going to be that close, in my opinion. So now we're going to go into predictions, and we have Dallas and Washington. You go first.
I'm going. I don't know about this one. I'm going to go Dallas. I don't think this one's my upset of the week. I think I have a different upset.
I'm also going to go Dallas, and I think Dallas wins 27-16. Can you write on that side?
Yep, I was actually going to go 27-10.
All right, Indy at Tennessee. I'm going Tennessee, and I'm going, listen to this, I'm going 34-13.
I don't know, man. I think I'm going to go Indianapolis on this one. I got Colts, but I think it's a close game. I think it's 24-21.
Ooh. All right. Seattle, Pittsburgh. You want to go first here?
How about you?
So with Seattle, Pittsburgh, I watched the game. Big Ben, he's going to come back angry, but you know what? I advocated for them last week. I advocated for Big Ben, and they put up 3 points. So I'm going Seattle, and I think they're going to win 13-10.
I have Hawks, man. I think those Hawks, dude. Way DK Metcalf played last week. Oh, man. Against that secondary. I'm going to go Hawks. I'm going to go 21. Let's go 21-14. I think Juju gets a touchdown.
Do like Juju Smith-Schuster. Buffalo at New York against the Giants Thursday.
I got Buffalo. I think the Bills come out, and I think Eli Manning's on his way out.
Do you have a score for that?
Let's go 21-7.
I'm also going to go Buffalo. And I'm going to go 24-10. Yeah. New England at Miami.
I think that one's pretty easy, unless it's your upset of the week.
New England? Do you just want to put New England?
Yeah.
And I'm going to put 100-0.
Wow.
What do you put?
I'm going to go 32. Can I go? Wait, hold on. Is 32 possible? I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah, 32 is possible.
I'm going 32 to, we'll go 3.
There we go. That's more likely. Jacksonville at Houston. I am going Houston here. I think Houston's going to wreck them. I think it's going to be, it's a division game, but it's in Houston. So I'm going to go, last week, teams scored more than I gave them credit for. So I'm going to go with that and they're going to get 35, get 5 touchdowns to 24. I do like Minshew.
I'm going to go Houston as well, man. Okay. I don't like Jacksonville with that rookie quarterback. He's not bad, but they're playing Houston in Houston. All right, I just don't feel for them. I think Kenny Stills has a game. I think he has a good game. I'm going to go, let's go 32-14.
Okay. We're going Minnesota at Green Bay. Oh, you go first on this game.
This is a hard one, man. I think this will be the closest game of everybody this week, maybe besides Pittsburgh and Seattle. I got to give it to Green Bay, though. I think the Packers are going to come out and win. Expect Devontae Adams to play well, as always, but watch Jimmy Graham again. I think Jimmy Graham's not going to do bad. We're going to go, another close one. I'm going to go 27-21.
I'm going Minnesota. And not only am I going Minnesota, I'm going to say it's an overtime win.
Oh.
And they're going to win 30-24. Chargers against the Lions.
I'm going Chargers. That was kind of easy. But look for T.J. Hawkinson to play well again. I think he's going to score. I think that's Matthew Stafford's guy.
Yeah. Last week I said How come we're not?
I think it's gonna. But I do think it's gonna be a
That's the
little
most.
closer. Also, Austin, help me with his last name.
Eckler.
I think he blows up again. I think he's gonna have another stud game. But I think the Chargers win this one. We're gonna go 27 to 20. Let's go 27 to 18.
Okay, I'm going to go with the. Just kidding. I'm going with the Chargers. And I think they're going to win. I do like 27. I'm going to stick with that for them. But I'm going to put to 10. That they tied with Arizona. And Arizona came back and tied with them in the fourth quarter, scored 18 points. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Niners at Cincinnati. Plug your ears, Jacob, because I'm going with the Bengals here, buddy.
No.
It's because Cincinnati's at home. It's a 10 a.m. game for the Niners. So I'm going Cincinnati, but I do think it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I think Cincinnati's going to win 20 to 17. And I think that it's really going to be one of the better games. Cincinnati almost beat Seattle. And so I don't think they're as bad as we think they are. And I think the Niners are better than I think they are. So I think these could be 2 7-9 teams playing each other, which I think it's really 2 5-11 teams. So
I think the 49ers are going to win it 24 to 14. Dude, I think we're a lot better than what people think we are.
There we go. Arizona at Baltimore. Baltimore's going to be the Super Bowl favorite after this week because they're going to have 2 weeks in a row where they dominate. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Baltimore's going to win. I think they put up 40 points again. I'm doing it, 42 points. And Arizona's going to put up 6. Kyler Murray's going to throw 4 interceptions. Calling it now.
I'm going to go Baltimore. Dude, I think Lamar Jackson's going to rush for almost 300 yards.
Which is crazy because he only rushed for 6.
I know, but I think he's going to rush for almost...
You think this is going to be his running
This
game?
is going to be his running, man. Okay? I'm going to go... That's a big score. I wouldn't go that big. I think Murray throws a few touchdowns.
A few? That's 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm going to go 21, okay, for him. And then Baltimore, I'm going to go... Let's go 32. Expect a lot of running.
Kyler Murray's going to throw 3 touchdowns against
I
that
didn't
Baltimore
say
defense.
okay. He's not going to throw a few.
I have a recording.
I know. Look for David Johnson to have 1 or 2 of these.
Kansas City at Oakland. You go first here.
I'm going to go Kansas City. If you don't, then you're crazy. If this is your upset of the week, you're crazy. Because I don't care. This is Kansas City. It's Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, you don't have Tyreek Hill, but who else do you got? You got a lot of Hardman. You got a lot of guys.
Hardman, that's who you call.
You
Go
got
with
Hardman,
Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins. I like Hardman a lot. I'm going to go. I do think it's not going to be a bad game, though. But I'm going to go 27-14.
And with my upset of the week, I'm going with Oakland.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, man, I'm going with Oakland. That's why it's called an upset. KC should win, but it's in Oakland. Oakland showed up. They showed that they have a defense this year. They have a defense, and their offense can move against the Broncos' defense. And I got to tell you something. KC's defense is much worse than Denver's defense. KC's defense isn't there. There's a reason why a first-time starter, Minshew, went and scored 24 points on them?
Something like that.
24 points. No, Oakland's going to come out. They're going to win. It's going to be close. It's going to be, I'm going to say 31 to 28. Oakland. Upset of the week. By the way, we are starting this week +2 if you get your upset right. So I should have went with something more cleaner.
I'm going to go...
New Orleans at the Rams.
I'm going to go Saints, man. Though they are away, I think the Saints have a lot of that animosity from last year, of that blown call that they got. I think they come in. I think they played well. Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Breeze. So, I'm going Saints. I'm going to go... I do think I think this week going to have a lot of close games, okay? Maybe a few blowouts, but I think this is another close game. Both these teams can score, so I'm going to go... Let's go 32... 32-28.
All right. I'm going to go LA Rams. It's in LA. New Orleans struggled hard with stopping Deshaun Watson and the Texans last week, and I don't think Jared Goff and the Rams are much worse of an offense. So yeah, I'm gonna go Rams. I'm gonna go 38 to 35. Chicago at Denver.
Go ahead.
Is this your upset?
I don't know.
I'm going Chicago, and I'm gonna go 27 to 13.
This is my upset of the week right here. I got Denver. Denver's going to win. Chubb, Miller, Harris. Chubb and Miller are going to have sacks, okay? I'm going to go 2 sacks each, okay? I think Chubb has a bad game again.
Okay.
I don't think they get that running game going again either.
All right.
So I'm going to go that. I'm going to go 24-10.
Oh, wow. You think they're going to put 24 points up?
I am
Joe Flacco's way better than Aaron Rodgers and the Packers now.
I know. Well, I'm going Denver. It doesn't have to be Joe Flacco. I mean, it's going to be a lot of running. I
Yeah.
think Philip Lindsay.
You start off with Philadelphia.
I'm going to go with Philly, Atlanta. I'm going to go with the...
Atlanta.
I don't know, man. I think this one's also a close one.
Could be.
I don't know if Philly's down like that against Washington so early. I think the Falcons. I'm gonna go Falcons this one, man. I have to. Just how Philly played last week, being down so far. If they get down again, I think, like you said, Matt Ryan's gonna come up and just go. So I'm gonna go 24-17.
This game, I'm an Eagle fan, but I'm be honest with you, it scares me. Falcons played terrible against the Vikings last week. I do think about that. We played terrible against the Redskins the first half, but then played like a contender the second half. This is actually a hard pick if it wasn't my favorite team, but since it's the Eagles, I'm going to for sure say the Eagles. But since just with how they both played last week, I'm going to make it convincing too. I think we're going to win 24-10. So, Cleveland at the Jets.
Jets don't have Sam Darnold. So that means Trevor Siemian comes in. And he's not a very good quarterback. But they also have Le'Veon Bell. But, no, I got to go. I think the Browns come out and win, man.
Thought so last week, too.
I do think Baker has a better game. But watch out for that Jets defense. I'm going to have another close one, man. Although I think this one's going to be a low scoring. I'm going to go 17-10.
Yeah. I'm going to go, oh man. Cleveland is the right choice, I think, here. But I'm going to go with the Jets, who let me down last week when I chose them over the Bills. But I'm going to go with the Jets, and I'm going to go with low scoring too. I'm going to go with 10-7. I like the Jets' defense a lot. And I think they can force Baker Mayfield to do some not smart things. So now we have our
Snubs and dubs.
Snubs and dubs. Snubs, bench them or they'll lose you your fantasy game. And dubs, start them if you want that W.
All right, we're going to go with quarterbacks. This week I'm only going to do one of each. One snub, one dub of quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, defense kickers. You got to figure that out yourself. Start of the week, my dub of the week. I got to go Lamar Jackson, man. I think he has another good game. He put up, was it 33 or 45, almost 50 fantasy points last week. He plays the Cardinals defense that's not so hot. I think Lamar Jackson has himself another game. And I think some people should start him and not put him on his bench.
And I'm going to go with Marcus Mariota.
Oh, that's a good one. All right. My sit of the week, I'm going to go Trubisky. I don't think he. I think he has a hard one with the Broncos coming up.
Yeah.
And Denver plays well against trouble. So we'll see.
I'm going to go Matthew Stafford.
That's a good one. Now, running backs. My running back of the week, Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
I think he has another great game. He goes against the Detroit Lions, who gave up 25 fantasy points to David Johnson last week.
Oh, wow.
So, Austin Eckler, I do believe he gets the ball quite a bit more than David Johnson did. So I think he has a way better game. And I will make sure to start him this week because I didn't, and I lost because I didn't start him.
I'm going to go with, You know what? I'm going to go with Devin Singletary. He only got 6 touches. He didn't get hurt last week, right?
No.
No, he didn't get hurt. But he had 6 touches, but did a lot with them. So, maybe even less. But I'm going to go with him.
This one was a hard one. It was either I was looking at Philip Lindsay and I was looking at Kenyon Drake. But if there's one who I know you really shouldn't start is Kenyon Drake. But Philip Lindsay, I don't think you should start this week because Royce Freeman's getting that ball a lot more. And it wouldn't surprise me if he starts to get more touches. They split that backfield. That Bears defense is pretty good against the run, too.
Yeah.
So
I think you should sit James Conner against Seattle. Jadeveon Clowney is one of the best run stoppers in the NFL, and their whole D-line is pretty good. And Pittsburgh's success is going to be going against that secondary. So I would bench James Conner.
all right, here's a receiver who's a start. I don't like the team he plays for, but the way he played last week, dude, you have to start him again. Terrell Williams. He's going against Kansas City's defense.
And he's going to be the upset of the week.
Yeah, he scored 22 points last week. He had 105 yards and 1 touchdown. The Chiefs have allowed 2 top 20 fantasy wideouts on a third. They're the third most to allow. Now, he's an attractive choice this week.
Marquise Brown. I'm just going to say Marquise Brown.
Really? For a guy who only played... Yeah, I don't think he played very many snaps either.
Yep, but he had 100.
For me, those guys, I got to give them a few weeks. I can't go off of them.
Marquise Brown.
All right, my sit of the week.
Against Arizona. Who both their starting corners are out.
I'm going to go Javaris Landry. I think he's going to have a tough time again with that secondary. That's a good secondary. I'll give him that. That Jets defense is there. But I know this is much to say, but the Cole Beasley was held to 40 yards. And he's their number 1 guy there. So, we'll see.
I'm going to go Emmanuel Sanders against Chicago.
He is the sit of the week.
Oh, there we go. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining
Wait,
us.
hold on. We got tight ends.
Oh, ball. Okay.
Gotta wait. Start of the week. Oh, this is a hard one. I'm going to go Darren Waller. Raiders tight end. I just picked him up because Hunter Henry went down. I got to go Darren Waller. Plays against that KC defense.
Hold up. You're telling me Williams is your start of the week for receivers. Raiders receiver. Waller's your start of the week. Raiders tight end. But I'm stupid for saying that's my upset of the week.
I still think Kansas City's going to win.
Then why don't you have Sammy Watkins?
Because I don't think he's going to... I like somebody else better than him.
Hardman? Why don't you say Hardman?
Because I don't want to.
Okay.
I have
Afraid to take that risk?
Yes.
Afraid to take that risk? Okay. Sorry, my start of the week, Zach Ertz against the Falcons.
Wow. How about your sit of the week?
My sit of the week, I would go with... I'm going to go with Jimmy Graham against Minnesota. I like Minnesota's defense. Jimmy Graham's been kind of known to be soft against hard hitters, and Harrison Smith does not play two-hand touch, my friend.
This is a crazy one. You ready?
Yeah.
Jason Witten, my sit of the week.
He should be sitting on the
He should.
couch.
You're right. You're not in the broadcast booth.
Oh,
He talks
definitely
too much.
not there.
Him and Chris
We
Collinsworth.
do like Jason Witten as a human being. He's faith in football. So outside of that, you're still a Cowboy. So I have to throw some shade there. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Sorry for trying to end early. Have a good week.